Did Jacinto tell you he ran the New York City Marathon twice?
He mentioned it, yes, he mentioned it yesterday.
First marathon, went pretty well for me. I did well on it. But the second marathon, like I told you, that was 1984, and it was very humid that day. I was like in the middle of the pack. It was so humid that day. Man, when I came around that loop, it seemed like everybody stopped. There were people on the floor lying down, and EMS was all over the place, and these people were pouring water on themselves. I just kept going around. I didn't want to stop, but I had to stop in the Bronx because my toes got numb. I had to stop when I hit Central Park. I had to stop again and rub my toes and so forth. They were pretty numb. Then I ran the rest of the race without shoes because I couldn't put on my sneakers on, but I didn't want to stop. People ask me my age and I tell them I'm 69. Me, myself, the way I feel now, I can't believe I'm freaking 70 years old. People my age will be in canes and crap like this. I don't want to be like that.
Is there still something that you're trying to prove to yourself, or that you can do something that you didn't think you could? Or is that ever a thought in your head?
No, I haven't done CrossFit because I want to prove something to myself. I've done CrossFit because it keeps me going, keeps my body going, and I don't want to end up in a nursing home. I want my bones strong. If I fall down, well, I don't want to break a hip. Because I've done a lot of x-rays on elderly people that come to the hospital. They used to come to the hospital, hip problems, and once I x-rayed them, I saw that the hip was broken. There was a hairline fracture on their hips and so forth. And and I know that exercise keeps your bones strong, keeps your muscles strong. So one time, just walking off the sidewalk and crossing the street, my back went out on me. I ended up in the emergency room. My back used to twist like that. I used to walk like this. And when I started CrossFit, it hurt a little bit in the beginning, and I almost quit CrossFit because I think, my God, this is really hurting my back. But I kept going, and all the squatting that we do in CrossFit, it seemed to have helped me a lot. And since I've been in CrossFit, I don't have no backache like I used to have before. Yeah, I have a lot of people that used to come here, but I don't do it anymore. They used to come here. I used to do it almost for free.
Oh yeah.
I didn't charge them because most of them were from the hospital. They used to come here. I told them, come on down. I just $50 a month I used to charge them. That's right. Some of them used to come 5 days a week. It was for nothing. I was working minimum wage. But I loved it, I had my job, I didn't mind.
But he's really good because even our son-in-law's aunt, she trained her.
Oh yes.
No. Susan, he would throw things at her that I would feel bad, that lady would do it.
This lady was 225 pounds. She's shorter than I am. 225 pounds. Now she's about 170 pounds. And she has kept the weight off. She watches what she eats now. I always was telling her, you got to get off the bread, and too much pasta is no good for you. And she got off the pasta, she got off the bread. Even matter of fact, I had a Bowflex. That was before CrossFit. I had a Bowflex downstairs, and I taught her a lot of exercises on the Bowflex, and I gave it to her. The other day I told her, I asked her, are you still doing the Bowflex at least? She says, sometimes I do it, but I watch what I eat. And she still looks good. Like I've seen my friends get older, and I've seen the, big guts and so forth, and I always just say, damn, I don't ever be like that. And I see, like in the summertime in New York City, you see those guys hanging out in the corner and big belly tucking out, and they take their t-shirt like they're proud of it, So I would never be like that, never. I don't care what happens to me, I'm not ever gonna be like that.
My husband got diagnosed with prostate cancer. I think it just made a year this past January. He had surgery and they took out the prostate. He didn't need chemotherapy, but they were talking about radiation. And once we got all the side effects and everything like that, my husband just said, you know what, just take out the prostate and stuff like that. The good thing is that it was found in time. I think what was killing him too was they say he can't work out hard for a month or two.
I found out about it in 2007, and I wanted to go to the games in 2008. I just didn't want to wait until July or after the games to have the operation to take it out. So I had it taken out 2008, January 7th. 2 months later, the doctor told me, you could go back to CrossFit. He had warned me, you could get a hernia, be careful. And just the first exercise that I did, I got a hernia. March 27th to repair the hernia. And I wanted to get to the game so bad, And I started training back, I think it was the beginning or almost the end of June, and in July 5th and 6th I was in the games.
So you competed in the games 5 or 6 months after you had surgery?
My prostate and right.
Wow.
He's like that bunny. What's that expression? Takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
And that's why I wanted to compete in the games. I know I have no illusions that I was going to beat any 30-year-old kids, but I wanted to be in it. And I got heartbroken when they said you have to qualify to get in 209. But I still went to the qualifiers, not to qualify, but I still, like I said, I have no illusions of beating no 30-year-olds or 40-year-olds or anything like that. And if there's qualifiers for next year, I'm going to be in the qualifiers just to do the watts. And I just hope that I was motivating for other people. When I came down with it, I never said anything to anybody at the CrossFit, only up to about the owners of the gym. But sometimes they tell me, you should bring it out, and this would motivate people with the same problem that I am in CrossFit, and to let them know that they could come back just like you did, and it didn't take you long to come back from it. March was a year. I still get pain there, when I do certain exercises. But I keep going, it doesn't stop me.
Yeah, that's the key, I think.
Yeah. So let's get
I'm ready.
ready. Yeah.